The markets moving on. PSU banks, of course, have started to bounce back. Look at IndusInd Bank. That's beginning to see some buying, just some buying. Yesterday it was down, of course. It looks like yesterday's low has been protected, and that stock's beginning to make some kind of move. That's the first private bank which has started to participate this morning. Let's bring our technical experts back. We have Ashwini Gujral, Mitesh Thakkar, and of course Rajat Bose now joining us. Good morning again. Ashwini, your thoughts on trade so far and what are your stock calls?
See, today is different from yesterday. I mean, yesterday you were getting good upside traction. Today it's not as good. So will be difficult to say that at what point we'll hit fresh highs. I think today seems to be more like 11,600, 11,700. So that way, I think maybe the bigger move happens in the second half. Having said that, individual stocks, SBI is a buy with a stop of 320, target of 335. IndusInd Bank is a buy with a stop of 1730, target of 1800, and BEL is a buy with a stop of 97, target of 105.
Okay, Mitesh, your Hexaware is working very well, but what's working very well would be someone who had bought Godrej Properties. You have a trade in that stock, do you? And any other?
Lata, I was looking to buy it on decline, so I think that's not happened. The structure is very positive, so maybe I think the trend has already started on the upside. But for the timing, Hexaware is a buy with a stop below 364 for targets of 390, and Hero Motors, after a big oversold levels, is giving reversal. Buy with a stop at 2553 for targets of 2650.
Okay, well, Godrej Properties making a big move right now. Almost a 10% rally is what you're seeing on the back of those record high sales numbers in Q4. So chart should come up for you. Rajat Bose is also joining in. Rajat, hi, good morning. What are the stocks on your radar today?
Well, I'm giving two buy calls and one sell call. First, the buy calls. Bharti Airtel, I would put a stop loss below 336.80. It's showing some traction in today's trading. 353 and 358 are the two targets for it. And Syndicate Bank, it's already on a move. I would put a stop loss below 43 and my target would be 50. And finally, Bajaj Auto April Future, I'm selling. Stop loss above 29.52, 28.45 and 28.25 are the two targets. Even with this number, when the starts going down, initial flurries on the upside, strong negative signs. So probably during the day, it will start.
By the way, perhaps the market's giving a bit of a full toss. I mean, if you look at all the Godrej Group stocks doing well, especially Godrej Properties, Godrej Agrovet, Godrej Consumer. There's, of course, also Godrej Industries, which is a bit flat now. So that's the holding group companies. So won't be surprised if at some point there's a move in this, because the move is rather sharp in Godrej Properties. So that could be very interesting as well. Apart from that, just want to point out that the market's once again slipping a bit. The Nifty is once again a bit in the red. And just looking at some names, HDFC Bank is dragging a bit. Ashwini, any thoughts on HDFC Bank?
See, banking overall is looking tired. Every day they tend to go up, and then by the end of the day, they lose out. And that is the feeling I'm getting since morning, that this is not looking like a market which is going to move up or sustain, say, 11,700. So that way, I'm more interested in taking short positions.
All right. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. We'll touch base with you again on the hour. For the moment, let's shift focus to the commodity space and check out what are the first trades there. Good morning again, Manisha.
Morning, Lata. Thank you so much for that. Well, it is the crude oil prices which continues to run up, closing in on 4,300 for the Indian markets. But remember, it has been a huge run up in the global space as well, especially for the US crude prices. After 32% gains in the first quarter, we've closed the first day of this quarter with 2.5% gains yet again. So fresh 4-month highs is where we are trading on this one. The latest statements have been from US on increasing sanctions on Iran. Out of the 8 countries that were given waivers, the statement says says that the possibility is that the first week of May will see the waivers continue for countries like Greece, Italy, etc. India, China, of course, will continue. Japan, South Korea, for that matter as well, will continue to get some extended period on these waivers there. Apart from that, the U.S. output also has continued to decline. U.S. is talking about further sanctions on Venezuela. The OPEC output has declined to the lowest in 4 years for the month of March. So everywhere that you look, the fundamentals are on the stronger side for the crude prices there. Add to that the run-up in the global equity markets, the upbeat data that we have seen come in from US and China, and the decline in US dollar. Almost everything seems to be supporting the tangible commodities right now. Not such a good day for the precious metal prices. The upbeat data from US and China seems to be weighing on this space. So the global gold prices have continued to trade below $1,290 per ounce. The Indian market's taking some support from the appreciation today. The silver prices clearly have been a casualty, down 3.5% for the first quarter. And we've started this week as well on a weaker note here. It's quite a mixed day for the metal space. Yeah, last week was a good one. Yesterday we saw very strong gains as well, but that hasn't been able to hold on. There are no new developments really. The Chinese data is something that we reacted to yesterday. The US strong data did see a knee-jerk reaction in the New York markets yesterday, but then it is about markets still awaiting development from the US and China trade talks. The Brexit uncertainty also seems to be weighing onto the LME metals there, and Shanghai also seems to be going in for some kind of a profit taking after that huge run-up that we've seen in metals. A couple of gainers, which is nickel, which continues to be the best performer in metals for 2019 till time. That clearly is a strong one. And the other one is copper, which had gained 12% in the previous quarter. And markets estimate that you are perhaps looking at yet another 5 to 7% of strength on those levels for this quarter as well. Trading strategies, and we have them from Angel Commodities. It's a sell on gold as expected. 31,650 is the target on that one. But buying in industrial commodities is what they advocate. In case of copper, they're looking at upsides of 455. In case of crude, they expect the prices to breach 4,350 in the day today.
Okay, thanks a lot for that, Manisha. But for now, the equity markets are also in slightly a trouble spot. The bank nifty is exerting a bit of pressure on the market. Nothing alarming, but names like HDFC Bank, Reliance Industries, Kotak Mahindra Bank, just putting a little bit of pressure on the market right now. No?
Yeah, Sonia, don't worry. The all-time high will happen when you are on this chair. It will happen, but it will happen perhaps on the day that you're not prepared. So, it should happen, but the market so close to all-time high, it all boils down to risk-reward. So, some profit being taken. This is essentially that. It's healthy for the market as well if it retreats a bit and then has a fresh move. Because, when you're running...
hardly a retreat, right?
Exactly.
I mean, it's like not even 10, 15 points.
Exactly. But from the high point, it's a bit of a slip. I think the HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Kotak, clearly this at higher level, there's some tiredness in the large cap banks. So, but won't read too much into that right
Okay, some exhaustion. I mean, that's bound to happen after such a big sprint, right? Don't worry, we won't be wearing those t-shirts, record high t-shirts. We've learned from our mistakes in the past. But let's do one thing. Let's take a quick break on that note. Up next, we'll get our focus back on the macros. We'll kickstart our special series, Election and the Market, where we will take stock of various sectors over the last years of the NDA rule. Ekta will take us through the healthcare report card today. Also, CMI's Mahesh Vyas will join in for a check on the state of the economy. Stay tuned.